Now, other interesting cultural news: 50 Cent saying Los Angeles, quote unquote, is finished after their zero bail policy. Now, rapper Curtis Jackson is better known as 50 Cent, which I feel really bad for him, partially just because back in like the 1900s, 50 cents was a lot of money. Like a lot of money. In fact, I believe a penny, about that. A penny used to be the size of a quarter. And they shrunk it and they shrunk it and shrunk it. They used to be made out of copper. Now they're 99.99% zinc with a copper plating. So 50 cents used to be a great amount of money in value. That's why when I say this is my 2 cents, I have to increase it because of inflation. But 50 cents is still only 50 cents. He hasn't increased it. He should be at least $1 by now. So to call himself 50 cents still, it's a little sad because nowadays, 50 cents is not a lot of money. You can't even buy a pack of a candy bar or a Starburst pack. Back in my day, that used to be at least, I believe it was 75 cents before tax, which I found abhorrent. So 50 cents is really worth less today than it was all those years ago, which is a little sad. I think he should be increasing his value. Instead of 50 cents, he should be $1. At least. Think about inflation. But I digress. Now, it's in reference to a policy he was critiquing with Los Angeles when they decided to adopt a policy during COVID-19 pandemic, and there was their attempt to reduce the crowding in prisons, and to do so, they dropped the bail as low as $0 for suspects of misdemeanors as well as nonviolent felonies. Yeah. Keep in mind, they also increased the amount you could steal before it's considered a felony. I believe it was $950. So, given the district attorneys, they don't prosecute it, which is why there's an unprecedented amount of theft. And that's why every business that you could possibly fathom is leaving or contemplating of leaving. Now, there's a study published by Yolo County District, which that is pretty Californian. Yolo County District. And I might be pronouncing it wrong, but it sounds better that way anyway. So I'm going to say it's Yolo because it's YOLO. And they claim that their policy of zero bail had a, quote, horrific effect on public safety. No duh. Now, the study also found that suspects who released without bail reoffended 70% more often than those who posted bail, and were arrested 163% more charges. Wow. Suspects released without bail were also accused of 3 times as many violent crimes. Insane. But you get what you vote for. That's what the district attorneys are doing. They're not prosecuting. And from a cultural perspective, it's fascinating to see more and more pop culture references and more of the mainstream entertainers starting to shift their stance on California, where for decades you could not critique the perfect state of California. But now you're shifting that. It's having a little pivotal moment where it's becoming more and more normal. Famously, Joe Rogan and Ben Shapiro, 2 of the most well-known entertainers, got out of California, partially because of that high income tax, high crime. It's not a place to be right now. Now, culturally speaking, it'll be interesting to see, will it become a popular thing to say and believe that California is not safe or attractive for businesses? That's what I want to know. Will we get a pivotal moment where a majority of people, what will that needle do? Or when will it get to that point where a majority of people decide it's not worth the risk to live there, as more and more people exit the state in droves? Time shall tell, but it'll be interesting to see. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in. We're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers in July, so I greatly appreciate if you click that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to like and comment. We really appreciate the feedback. Thanks to you, the channel, the show has gotten a lot better. Improvements, everything from putting the scripts on the monitors behind the camera so we can keep eye contact. That was one the audience really appreciated. All the way to me pontificating more and using more hand gestures. All the feedback is really appreciated, and together we're making the show even better. We're making it better every single day. Also, don't forget to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.